Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. Yeah, I think I found it. I think I found the perfect stocking filler for you guys. Now, I've been testing it over the last few weeks, months, and yeah, I've got some practical uses. So in this video, I thought I'd show you exactly how we're using this device. And again, it's perfect if you're caravanning, if you've got a motorhome, if you're camping. So yeah, I think it ticks all those boxes. So what we'll do is we'll get on with it and I'll show you exactly what we've got. So when it comes to actually purchasing devices for the caravan, it has to have a practical use. Things that I think about at the time as well, do I actually have something that I'm going to use it for, or am I just buying it for the sake of it? If it's buying it for the sake of it, then there's no point getting it to start with. It has to have a use case. Obviously you've got to think about the size because you're going to have to store it somewhere. You have to think about the weight because obviously as a whole you want to keep that down. And then does it actually tick a number of boxes? So does it have practical uses, more than one? And if so, obviously you're onto a winner, where this device for us does. So the item we purchased was the Flextail Max Pump 3, which is an inflator, a deflator and light all in one. Now I've identified sort of 5 key areas where I think this is really going to be beneficial for us, and I think you'll be quite surprised with the last one of actually what it's capable of doing. So yeah, we'll get on and show you what those look like. So before we actually move on to actually showing you what we're going to use it for, I thought I'd just give you some information about the device itself. Now, you've got 2 buttons on the front and you've got a charge port, so it's USB-C. Now you've got the pump button on the left and you double click that, and that is one of the safety features. If you single click it or if somebody knocks it by accident, it won't actually engage, so you do have to double click it, which would put this into full power mode, and then you'd keep your finger on it, which then takes it sort of half power mode. Now full power will last 25 minutes, half power will last an hour, and then you've got the different attachments which I'll show you in a minute, and stick it on the front for actually inflating and on the back to deflate it, and then on the other side you've got the lighting button. Again, double click that, you'll have the first set of lights come on, click it again to get a different set, and a third time to get all of them all on at the same time. Now if you have it all on at the same time, you're looking at about 4 hours of runtime, and if you have one set of the lights on, you're looking at about 11 hours. So it depends on what the use case is there. Also built into the device is actually a carabiner. So again, if you're looking to hang this from a tent or an awning or somewhere else, you do have that option built in. Rightio, so let me show you exactly what you get in the box. So by default, this is what you get if you just buy the Max Pump 3 on its own. You get the bag, obviously, to store it in, a number of different attachments, which has actually been fine for the scenarios that you've seen me test this in, and then obviously you get the USB-C cable to charge it. But this is the default product that you get. So when you look at the purchase options, you do actually have the option to include a case in that. It is slightly more expensive, but obviously it allows you to keep it in this protective case with all the adapters and everything that you need. So yeah, you do have that option. When you're on the website, you'll also see the accessories for this. Now this was the light accessory, so if you're going to have it on a bench or on a table, again, this just mounts to it perfectly, but again, that's an additional cost. So again, depending on what you need this for, there is options there available. But yeah, have a look at the accessories and see if that sort of is something that you need or not.
So one of the first simple items we'd use it for is just a simple night light. Of an evening, we'd sort of be sat outside and just want something to be able to sort of illuminate the table if we're playing cards or just seeing where our drinks are. And with this, it's obviously showing you how the tripod works, and you'd be able to use the different settings. So again, it's not blinding when it's in use. I also wanted just to show you the difference between our awning light and the Max Pump 3 when it's using its highest setting. Now in this first picture is our awning light, and obviously you can see inside, but it's still quite dark in places. But then when you switch over to using the Max Pump 3, you can see it's illuminated the awning much brighter. But obviously, yeah, that will be for a limited time only based on the battery life. So the second item is going to be the dreaded swimming pool Ringo. Doesn't matter what pool we go to, the kids always want these, and half the time they don't even use them, which is the most annoying thing. However, they like to take them and they might use them for about 30 seconds. So yeah, to have this pump to be able to do this and deflate it without having to sort of keep it in the awning somewhere or in the van whilst we're away, yeah, is going to save us a huge amount of time and effort. So the third item is just these simple vacuum bags. Now, being a family of 6, when we go away, we have a lot of towels and that kind of thing. So being able to use these when we're away without getting a hoover and so forth out is a godsend, because obviously we're able to then store a lot more items under the bunks and so forth without taking up too much space. So the fourth item is our paddle boards, and we use these quite a lot in the summer. And what I was just showing you here, that it is capable of getting it pumped up to quite a good state before switching over to the hand pumps and getting it to the correct PSI. But it is able to get it to, like I say, a good inflation before you have to switch over. So the last and the one that surprised me the most was actually our awning. Now this was a bit of a test just to see how well it could cope, and I wasn't expecting too much with this, to be fair, but actually really surprised of how well it did. Now the struggle I had here was where I was on my own. Normally I'd have Louise going on the inside pushing the awning out whilst it was being inflated. So with this I reckon you'd get the awning to about 95%. It didn't take much for me when I actually attached the pump to actually finish this off, where normally I'd be uffing and puffing a little bit, but that wasn't the case with this. So yeah, again, another area where I will definitely be using it to inflate it and deflate it, which is then obviously somewhere where sometimes you can struggle to get it back in the bag. So yeah, going to be a real good time saver on this.
So as you can see from those examples, how much time that is actually going to save us by using this device. Now, yeah, I'm really surprised with exactly the size and what it can actually deliver. The quality of it, again, is very good. So again, it looks like it's going to last a long time. And again, I'll keep you posted on that front as well. But yeah, a really practical, useful little tool that I'm going to enjoy using next year. Now, if you are interested in purchasing one of these, I do have a 15% discount code, which is WobbleBox15, all one word, and I'll leave all the details in the description. If you have any comments or questions, please, drop me a line on that and I'll come back to you. Hopefully this will turn out to be a cheeky little stocking filler for one of you that are watching. So I'll leave it for this week. Hopefully it's been useful. And as always, if you found the content helpful, please like and subscribe. And I will see you all on the next one. Cheers, everyone.